Hello everybody. Today I would like to talk about the importance of integrating to a different culture. Obviously, when you come to US, no matter where you're coming from, what part of the world, after some time, after a few years, if you are able to learn the language, if you put your effort to learn the language, if you communicate with people, if you reading, if you exploring, you will get an understanding, at least, of American culture. And of course, when you meet new people, when maybe if you get married in US, maybe like your husband or your wife, have a family. So you analyze, you see what's going on around. So after a few years, you can pretty much say what is American mentality on different aspects of life is. You might, I think it's probably going to be different as if, you were born here, because you have your own point of view on things, but at least you will have an understanding. And my point is that it is very important to do it other way around as well. And what I mean by this is that if you are getting like to an international marriage and your wife is from different country, and I'm obviously talking about Slavic countries, Russia and Ukraine and Belarus and Czech and all these countries, you might wanna explore a little bit more of the culture. You might would want to read some books, maybe watch some programs, look at some researches, because it's very it's hard to underestimate the importance of having common subjects to talk about, and also to understand your partner better, because relationships struggle enough, I would say, to make things work. It's always difficult, it's always work. That's why some people are avoiding relationships and some people are choosing not to have any, because it's a hard work. And my point is that when you have an international marriage on top of difficulties or some issues that you might have, you might not understand the other person. You might just misunderstood the cultural things, because you might be expected to bring flowers, like I said in another video these days, and you didn't. Or even the way you say something, in one culture it means one thing, in another culture it means different thing. So and I hear this question a lot. A lot of people want to go and travel and maybe meet someone. And I would just say, take some time before you go somewhere and research that country, the customs and traditions and the literature, the fashion. I mean, it's so much, with internet, there's so much possibilities to make researches on things. It's so much easier, and it's also fun. It's really fun to discover another culture. And of course, when it comes to Russian culture, even though things are getting very modern and things are, we are also very much changing and, westernizing, but we all grew up on classic Russian literature and literature in general. Like in our school, when we have a summer off, I'm just talking about regular school, we would have probably, I don't know how many books to read. So sometimes like 30-40 books during the summer, and they would be all philosophical, all into depth, international literature, Russian literature, Ukrainian literature, and of course like French, German, like all of it. And we kind of grew up with analyzing and learning, and a lot of the classic literatures are novels about love, about all this, kind of relationship thing, all these beautiful novels, now in Hollywood they make movies about it. But I just wanted to talk about that reading is really important, and if you want to have more things to talk about, if you actually want to surprise that person you are going to meet, or you're thinking of meeting, that is definitely an advantage, because it's something that can always unite two people when they can discuss topics that they both read, and you can ask questions, because that other person will be probably able to explain you those things that are kind of out of your mentality. So I might talk about this some more, but my main message here is don't be shy on exploring and integrating to your other part, your other significant other culture, because it's only going to help. Thank you.